That's a law that truth does not travel. 13th laws of truth. A foolish man continue looking for opportunity. But a wise man creates opportunity and become opportunity. Opportunity begin to look for him. Are we there? Ikezeba, are you there? You people that are still into trading. You go to sites. I'm looking for contracts. I'm looking for supply. You are going to site looking for supply. You tell you, okay, no problem. Okay, bring 30 trailer of this thing from your own shop. Now you are the one who went there looking for supply. He will tell you to bring 30 trailers. If he pay you for 15 and didn't pay the remaining 15, is he at fault? You are the one who met him in the site. He didn't come to your own site. But if you are a producer and you are full of yourself and sure that you have everything the customers are looking for, they are the people who would come to beg you, please, I want you to supply so thing for me. He said, okay, I need cash. He said, no problem, I will pay up front. But other people who are not opportunity are in the site looking for opportunity. But because you are already an opportunity, you sit back, then people begin to come. And when they come, you tell the person the standard in which your organization was established. Then if he is able to meet it, fine. If he's not ready to meet it, he can go. Praise be the name of the Lord. So we have to come to the end, but don't be reactional. A person, an inventor, all right, is not reactional, is responsive. An inventor. An artist is not reactional, it is responsive. If an artist picks something to paint on a board, right? You know why he's responsive? He has known the beginning and the end of what he's going to draw, even with the first dot he put on the table, on the board. It is you that is telling him, what are you trying to do? He draw line here, draw line here, draw line here, draw line here. You'll be like, what are you trying to do? You don't know he's driving, he's drawing a car. When he joined them, you will now know what is in his mind. You know what is in his mind. But someone who is responsive, who is reactional, right? Immediately you give him chalk, he says, I can do. At the end of the day, he is confused because he doesn't know where he's going to. So let us take our time and study those things you call ancestral spirits. Take your time to understand that thing you call debt. Take your time to understand this thing you call poverty. You find out that poverty is nothing. When you understand the limits of someone that is alive, healthy, breathing, that have conscience, being unable to get money, which is paper that is not alive. If you understand it, you will become so ashamed of yourself, you are a poor man. Because who has a note here? Look at it. Look at it, what is controlling you. Look at this thing. If I keep it here, it can stay here till it decay. It doesn't have sense. But you who claim to be sensible cannot catch it. You see something is wrong with you? So that's what I'm telling you, that the beauty of ear is its capacity to hear. So an ear that is not hearing is not an ear. It's a clay. The beauty of eye is the capacity to see. Don't worry. If the eye is not seen, it is useless. The beauty of Christianity is salvation and abundant life. So if you are a Christian and you are not living in abundance, something is wrong with you. The beauty of life is peace of mind and living above ancestral spirits or negative forces, that nothing can threaten you in your life. That's the beauty of life. So if you are alive and you are afraid of this thing, you are useless. You need truth to live above it. So now, you now who is complete and alive, as I have said this someday, you go to somebody who is poor, wretched, useless, hopeless, and religious. You've asked him, he say, I thank God I'm alive. No, the question is not being alive. The question is making something out of your life. Making something good out of your life. So if you know that in future you are not going to solve a problem, you kukuma die now. Did you hear me? Eh? No. Let's be real. If you know that tomorrow you are not going to solve a problem, you better go. So those we are wishing to live are those that will solve problem tomorrow. I thank God by the grace of God I'm alive. Then as you are alive, what are you making out of your life? Nothing. In 30 years time you are still nobody. You cannot still solve any problem. Why didn't you die 30 years ago? Am I communicating with you? The question is not being alive. The question is, what do you make out of your life? Many of you today will say, thank God I'm a graduate. Graduates for what? And people who are mechanical, rich, making money, they say you thank God you're a graduate. What are you doing with your certificate? Ebenezer, thank God you are... So any life, good is not coming out of it. It's good to go. If you don't have any plan of being a good person tomorrow, being a solution to mankind. People are too many. Especially in Africa. Too many not solving any problem. Because they are reactional. An inventor. Think ahead of time. Think ahead of time. A person who is an inventor, thoughtful, and responsive can manufacture fan in rainy season. Am I communicating with you? Manufacture fan in rainy season. But a religious person will not manufacture fan in the rainy season. If you ask him, why are you manufacturing fan now? He say, no, why am I bothering myself? The grace of God is there. Then he will be there till dry season, during the heat period. That's when he will now go and bring a wrapper and begin to do heat is too much. Next year, the same thing. But someone who is responsive and responsible knows that this heat that did this year, that is how it's going to happen next year. Before next year, he begins to prepare. You can see him in the rainy season. As you are enjoying rainy season, he's busy arranging for. That's an inventor. He have an overview of what is to happen. And you prepare ahead of time. And you can never be taken unaware. So Satan should stop taking you unaware. Immediately a call comes from village that somebody is going to die. Brrrah. That's when you now stop everything you are doing. You go to mountain. All right? You go to mountain and start praying because you receive a call from the village. Who are you? You are reactional, not responsive. And you are not responsible at the same time. Are we there? I said this Sunday. A religious person can be driving if he doesn't know the difference between night and day. He will be driving, and come to maybe by 6 o'clock. Then the sun will go down and darkness will come. And he doesn't have headlights. What is he going to do? He go into speaking in tongues. He continue praying, decrying Jesus. If you are Jesus, prove to us that you are Jesus. Darkness has caught up with me in the name of Jesus. He will be praying like 5-10 hours. When the sun begins to naturally come out, he say, yes, God has answered my prayer. All right? Now, during the day, instead of studying what caused the other one, during the day, we're going to give testimony. By 7 o'clock tomorrow, night will still come again. He go into prayer. So that's why people who are in religion can never have rest. Every day they are praying. Every day they are fasting. Every day they are doing one thing repeatedly. Because instead of studying nature and mastering the weakness of Satan, they are reacting to situation every day. There is a prayer to offer. And when they see us who say we don't even pray as you guys do, they get offended. How can you not pray? We cannot pray because we know our God. You are praying and fasting because you don't understand your God. Now, day has broken naturally. You say, I thank God. In fact, the way I prayed aggressive prayer, and eventually the sun came out. If you call him now, use this daytime to begin to work on manufacture headlamp. He will tell you, no, my God liveth. With faith, Elijah prayed. Maybe that person is Elijah or the person who gave testimony. Am I communicating with you? Become he is Elijah. So instead of going to go and manufacture headlamp and put in the car, he will now begin to refer to you that there was a certain man who should now become his Elijah. When the day broke, when the night came, he prayed, and the night, after praying for 7 hours, then the day break, there was light. So study those things that are threatening you. Get their formula, face them, and you find out you enter into rest. Let's read the book of Hebrews chapter 4, verse 8. Please, very, very important. We ought to have mastered things and know the button to press each time Satan put up threats in our life. Few things to do, then we become permanently and perpetually free. Let's go. Hebrew, let's read together. For if Joshua had given them rest, he would not have spoken later about another rest day. So we need a day of rest. And when you get a day of rest and confirm it and understand the principle, then you can out of it get days, years of rest. Out of that one day, you mastered. But if you fear that day of rest, you will continue fearing it. Let's go. A Sabbath rest remains, therefore, for God's people. For God's people. Let's go. For the person who has entered his rest has rested from his own works, just as God did from his. Let's go. Let us then make every effort, seek for every understanding and knowledge to enter that rest, so that no one will fall into the same pattern of disobedience. Clap for Jesus. You see, there is a pattern which we say that religion is a group of confused people who do things day in, day out, without promotion, without asking questions, without positive results. They continue doing it. But he's saying that, you see what he's saying there? The pattern of disobedience. So there is a particular pattern these guys has framed to disobey and oppose nature. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
A pattern of disobedience. Let's go. For the word of God is living and effective and sharper than any two-edged problems. Two-edged problems. Penetrating as far as to dividing soul, spirit, joints, and marrow. It is a judge of the ideas and the thoughts of the hearts. Entering into rest.